When I put together my flower bed, I'm not speaking about my rose bed because I do not have any rose bed. I have flower beds. I like to combine perennials, annuals, and roses. A little bit like what the British are doing with mixed borders. And of course, when you do that, you have to associate your plants so they go together in heights and in width and in looks and colors. Well, I can emphasize a mistake I've made this winter. We brought new roses, and of course the perennial were dormant, so they were cut to the bottom. And when we planted that specific rose here, well, the sage was probably the center of the plant was 3 feet away, and the daisies were 2 feet away. So we thought, oh, that's a perfect spot. We have a hole here. Except that the poor rose is covered. So I don't want to move the plant now, but in the fall we will not move the rose. We will move some of the perennials and put them where the rose will have room to expand and develop and show its shape. So it's really something you have to pay attention in the planting process, because people have a tendency to buy way too many plants which are in small pots, and suddenly when the plant develops, well, it's too much. So you have to pay attention to, when you buy, again, make your research. You want to buy that pot of daisy which is about that size and the blooms is that size, and you have to go online with the specific cultivar's name and see how wide and how high it's going to go. Same for the sage. Now, once you've done that, what you do, let's say it's going to tell you, well, it's going to go 4 feet, 5 feet wide. So you take half of that, which is 2.5 feet. And after that, you take this one, it's going to be easily 6 feet wide. So you have to say, okay, half of that is 3 feet. So if you want to put them next to each other, it's 2.5 plus 3. So it's 5.5 feet that they have to be apart. So that's valid for the rose too. So when you choose your plant to put in your garden, just keep in mind, at the beginning it's going to look miserable. I mean, the little plants are so far away from each other. But look what it does. So we'll have to work on that spot in the fall. It's pretty, but it doesn't help the roots there. Now, speaking about companion planting also, what I like about it is that it isolates the roses from each other. So if there is a disease like the rose rosette, for example, which is coming, the mites is going to have hard time to go from that rose to this one, or harder time. It can be stopped and if it's stopped, it's going to arrive here and doesn't interest the mite because it's not what it's looking for, so it might die. So that's a good thing, not to put too many plants of the same species together. We were speaking about disease earlier also. Well, we have, of course, the black spot, but we have also the mildew coming on the roses. So make sure they're not too close from each other. You need a lot of air circulation.